BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody having a good day. Yo, I got my lighting problem fixed. Bam! You feel me? All right, so couple of things I want to talk about today. I want to definitely get into all these YouTube content creators lining up, whether it's accidentally or on purpose, lining up these rappers for incarceration. Because it seems like every time one of these dudes do an interview, problems come. Good morning, Damo. What up, Tim Tyler? How you doing today, my brother? What up, Evil Eyes, Joe Wall, Model T? How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody had a beautiful morning. Yo, look, man, it's gonna be a good day today. Positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. We're not gonna allow negativity to come into our atmosphere. We're gonna push all that stuff to the side. We're gonna leave moments over there. We're gonna move to the next moment. We're gonna leave all that negative shit over there, and then we're gonna go to the next moment. That's how we doing it today. No bad vibes, period. Ironically. What up, good vibes? Boogie down. Shrek. How you doing today? How's everybody doing? Yo, look. Also, I want to just say this. I am not blaming. I'm not saying that any of these in YouTube content creators are purposely trying to get anybody jammed up. I'm not saying that. I don't think that. I don't think that that's what it is. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I don't think no one is trying to do that. So I am not saying that. I just want to be clear on that. That is not anything that I am saying. I'm just saying, who thinks that these rappers are getting jammed up because of the content that they're giving to these YouTube content creators? And I think that's a discussion that we need to have. Who else we got in here? Shakes. What up, my brother? I hope you're doing good. I hope everybody's doing good. That's a fact. Ivan's Adventure. Who else we got up in here? Letitia. What's up, baby girl? How you doing? You know what? I love them fucking part of my language. I love those what do y'all call them? I don't know what y'all call them. When they be having like the pictures and they have like the bunny ears and the little noses. I love them things. That's a fact. I'm just telling you. I love them things. Those whoever's idea that was, that guy needs to be a millionaire. The person who just thought of the idea. What up, Not Good? Big Dev, T Andre, and what up, Ant Ear? What up, KD? Brian Spikes. I'm gonna tell you some funny story. So last night, when the Tonight Show went off, right when the Tonight Show went off, Brian Spikes leaves a message like a couple of minutes later saying, "Yo, what happened to the live?" Dude, you late. Who else we got up in here? What up, Young? Who else we got up in here? What up, Vix? Did I say Vix? I don't think I said Vix. All right, that's all we got. Coke. What up, Callie Coco? She a cutie too. I love them glasses. That's a fact. I've been trying not to compliment women, but it seems like it's not as easy. I just like complimenting beautiful women. That's a fact. What up, Jenny? Not that all of y'all aren't beautiful. Y'all all beautiful. Let's just get that straight. What up, Tiffany Marie? Tarita Himes? Anthony Juarez? How good am I at pronouncing names? I want to know that. How good am I at pronouncing names? What up, Tiffany Deontay? Am I pretty decent with pronouncing names? JR Swish, Culture TV. How's everybody doing today? Brenda Rosario, YouTubers Media. How you doing today, my brother? Oh, everything. Oh, my sister. I have no idea what gender you are. It might be like 3 of y'all. So good morning, my brother and sister. OJ, what up, OJ? I have no idea what's going on over there. All right, let's go all the way to the end. All right, so a group of y'all. I knew it. I just had that feeling. because I be seeing YouTubers media comments, and I tell you, one time I was like, "Is this dude bipolar?" And y'all know I don't throw that around, but they'll make a comment, and not just the content of the comment, but the actual makeup of the sentence will be like, "Didn't you just comment yesterday on some totally other crap?" And then you write in different. the way that your sentences are constructed is different. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what is going on over here? So I just figured it was more than one person. I think I got 3 so far. Might be trolling, I don't know, but I got 3 so far. I got 3 what I consider to be distinctly different sentence structures on a couple of different videos. What up, Andrew? Pachulia? Andrew Pachulia? Did I pronounce that right? Hey, did I pronounce that right, Andrew? What up, O'Melly? Yo, Andrew Pachulia, did I pronounce that right? Come on, let me know. I want to know if I pronounced that right. Then we're going to move on. Shut up, Ant. Close? Peculiar. Whatever. Close, though, right? Close is good enough. This is horseshoes. All right, so before we actually get into that, I want to play something I found. Hold on. I've been talking about the
Do you notice a radical difference?
I play everybody's commercials. I've been talking about the situation with 50 Cent lately, and how he went on when he was talking about Takashi 6ix9ine. So I want to play a little bit more of that for y'all for a second, and I want to discuss that, and then we're gonna move over to the YouTube content creators. And are they, whether it is on purpose or by accident, helping people to get arrested and locked up? And then we'll kind of discuss how the different scenarios played out, and hopefully we get somebody to call in. Hopefully we get somebody to call in.
Royal Men's Medical Center.
Don't ever bring Actia up. And hope. No, I haven't spoken to Snow Billy. Why? What are y'all hearing about Snow Billy? Why does everybody ask him that every day? You're not the only one, Tim Tyler. There's a couple.
Directly to you for easy at-home use. No waiting for appointments. No driving to doctor's offices. No paying for visits for a weekly shot. And no paying extremely high prices for medication like other places charge. Royal Men's Medical Center has the absolute.
Okay, first of all, I consider Puerto Ricans to be black anyway. All Puerto Ricans. So let's just be clear on that. I consider all Puerto Ricans to be black anyway.
Which includes all of the follow-up blood work, physicals.
I play people commercials.
Custom therapy put together specifically based on your levels and the symptoms you're having. That means you will receive a higher level of care into the same exact medication that other clinics charge thousands.
Yeah, so
just for
just so y'all know, I'm from the Bronx, yo.
Stop looking back at the way you
and
get back there again.
Oh shit, I unplugged the wrong thing. Hold on.
Along with the guarantee.
I'm from the Bronx, yo. And
let your name, numbers, email.
Puerto Ricans are black to me. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. What up, Rolly? Some of them do actually. Cali, Coco. Where you from, Coco? Oh, you from Cali. Copy. I'm from New York, and New York is like the second Puerto Rico. Bronx is like.
It's not from the street.
Uh-huh.
All right. I liked him because, like, I liked Soulja Boy. Like, when he came, I looked and I was like, he's 16 years old. He produced the record.
Let's do this the right way.
Decided to talk about
this is Diverse Mentality, by the way.
50 Cent had
I caught this on his channel.
I'm going to break down exactly all of the things he said because a lot of it is very interesting.
Shout out to Diverse Mentality.
But 6ix9ine is not from the street.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I liked him because, like, I liked Soulja Boy. Like, when he came, I looked and I was like, he's 16 years old. He produced the record, made the dance, got his homeboy, and then shot it. I want to see him have a hit. that guy that does it. Like, 'cause I couldn't do that at 16.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I thought he had something in, like, I was like, yo, he's special.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They do all that. And then with 6ix9ine, his imaging was stronger than the music.
Mm-hmm.
Because middle America, the people that actually purchasing hip hop music, they can dye their hair blonde and then dye their hair those colors.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And then they see them in the element that they've been. Hip hop allows you to be on a safari and get close enough to the animals without being in danger. And they seeing him in the safari, in the middle of the whole pack, and you cooking, and the little homies he had around him. And I say it because when I use little, only because they Crew's baby brothers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Little, they're younger.
Mm-hmm.
The next litter
Gotcha.
of it was around.
Mm-hmm.
They don't go.
Mm-hmm.
So while he was talking, that's why he would say, suck them up.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody say something, suck them up. Because you know for sure they're going to do it. They'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was giving him the confidence to do that. But, you know, I look and going, I don't know. Look, the guys that actually chose that lifestyle, they're conscious of it.
I mean, when
they turn.
Did you ever have a combo with him, like, you know, because, I mean, I'm sure it was interesting to you, because I think about what it would have been like if social media was around in 2003. So I'm sure you saw him like, yo, this is really my son. Like,
I'm looking like
got my whole blueprint. So, but you knew what came with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
what he saw from me was over time. He was doing it in such a short window that it was commanding a different level of attention. Mm-hmm. And then culturally, they're going, gang, gang, gang. When I get on the record with them, I'll go, I am not gang, gang. I do not gang bang. Immediately. Because I don't like RICO. I don't like conspiracy.
Right.
You know, give me a homicide right now. I'll take a homicide right now before you give me that. Because look, John Gotti will walk out the courtroom successful 3 times until they start calling him Teflon Don homicides. And then they come with that RICO and then you 23 and 1 marrying.
Yeah, it's done.
You know, it get crazy. So like that those laws were designed for you not to escape them. You know, so it'd be a tough. That term, when I saw what I saw in the paper, I feel like he's gonna tell on everything.
Mm-hmm.
That was a part that wasn't even in the indictment. The stuff that they're saying that he's talking about is not in the indictment. So he's offering that along with everything else. And then they added those new people to the indictment. You know.
So in 2019 and 2020.
Okay, so there's a couple of reasons why I wanted to play that, right? There's a couple of reasons why I wanted to play that. First, you could tell that 50 Cent already knew that them dudes was going to get that RICO on them. First of all, I told you them dudes was going to get that RICO on them like in June or July. I made a video about it, all right? Just so we could be clear. I've been told y'all that these dudes was going to get that RICO on them. 50 Cent said that these guys was going to get that RICO on them. Okay, so I want to mention something real quick. Do y'all notice how every single song that Takashi 6ix9ine has done gets like 100 million views? So me and Zeke has spoken about this. I don't know if we spoke about this on the channel. Shout out to Zeke. Yo, anyway, Zeke goes live, I think like at 12:30 on his channel. So y'all should go over there and check out what Zeke got to talk about. He's really knowledgeable on old school hip hop, stuff like that. So y'all should go over there and check out what Zeke got to talk about on Zeke's channel. I think that's Zeke Black, BBN Network. So me and Zeke spoke about this, and we said we think they fudging the numbers over there. All right, that they got the shit hooked up so that when Takashi 6ix9ine drops a fucking song, part of my language, when Takashi 6ix9ine drops a song, they hit that button and that jump off just gets a ton of views because they have a whole bunch of computers somewhere streaming it over and over and over and over and over and over again. If you notice, that did not happen with that 50 Cent Casanova song, the song that they did with 50 Cent and Casanova. That did not happen. Do you notice that? It did not happen. Appreciate you, David Miller. And also, shout out to Joe Wall with the donation. He said, shout out BB and fam, Springfield, Massachusetts, tapping in. Shout out to Springfield, Massachusetts. Yeah. But if you notice on that, the song that 50 Cent did with Takashi 6ix9ine that he's talking about right here in this interview, that did not happen. That video, let's see what that video currently has. Let's check out. Let's check out what that video currently has. What's the name of that song? What's the name of the song? I don't even know the name of the song. Yeah, and can we hit that like button, y'all? We got 37 likes in here. We got over 100 people. I don't understand why y'all can't hit the like button. Like, what's the problem? Please. I barely ever talk about the like button. Can y'all hit the like button? Appreciate y'all. All right, so right now it's at 45 million, right? All right, so get the strap. Right now on 50 Cent's page is at 45 million, right? Get the strap on Uncle Murder, I think page is at 1.8 million, right? Now let's go. Name me a Takashi song, any Takashi song. Gummo, right? Let's go see what Gummo did. Gummo's at 329 million. Shout out to I Am That Guy You Know with the donation. He said that guy stays supporting real folk. That's what it is. I appreciate you, my brother. Gummo's at 329 million. You understand what I'm saying? All right, let's name another. What's the name of that song that he did with Nicki Minaj? Anybody know the name of that song he did with Nicki Minaj? Fifi. Let's go check out Fifi. Check this out. Fifi's at 615 million. But get the strap, it didn't even do 100 million. Why? You understand what I'm saying? Think about that. Why? Why has Get the Strap not even done 100 million? One more song. What's another song he did? One more song. Just so we could, you know what I'm saying? One more song. Anybody got one more? I don't know none of this guy's songs. And one more song from 6ix9ine, y'all. One more. BB, whatever that is. All right. What's the Spanish song? What's the Spanish song? That's the Spanish song? The Spanish song, 589 million views. But the 50 Cent song, the 50, we'll check out Gotti too. Let's look at Gotti too. Wait, no. Let's look at Kuda because everybody's accusing him of whatever the hell with Kuda, right? Kuda, 214 million. But the song that he does with 50 Cent doesn't even do 70 million. What did it do? Just so we could be, just because I don't want to just throw shit out there. It don't even do 50 million. It's at 45 million. So I'm saying that to say this, right? I'm saying that to say this. 50 Cent obviously knew that there was something going on with these guys, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if 50 Cent purposely did that song just so he could go on the damn song and say he is not gang gang. I would not be surprised. I would 100% not be surprised that 50 Cent, you notice he mentioned that. And shout out to Zeke once again. Zeke mentioned that to me the other day too. I don't know, it wasn't online. I think it was in a personal conversation. But Zeke mentioned that to me. What up, C Breeze? I ain't seen you in a minute, my dude. Hope everything working out. What up, Brenda Rosario? I forgot to say what's up to you when you came in the room. What up, Chunky? How you doing, Chunky? Chunky's a cutie too. That's what it is. I love that smile. That's what me and Zeke was talking about. That 50 Cent specifically said on that song, I am not gang gang. I am not gang gang. And notice he mentions it here. I am not gang gang. So this tells me two things. The first thing it tells me is that these freaking authorities, they're taking these raps that people are saying seriously. A lot of people are saying stuff and they're like, oh man, it's just a rap. They're taking these raps that people are saying seriously. Not just that, but why is Bobby Shmurda locked up right now? Because he made a rap, and that rap that he made implicated a whole bunch of people in crimes, right? They're taking these raps that these guys are saying seriously. They're not taking it as, oh, these guys are just rapping, you know, these guys is whatever. They're taking these raps seriously. That's the first thing I wanted to mention from that. All right, that's the first thing I wanted to mention. Another thing I wanted to mention is this. Fuck. I think I talked about that too long. I forgot my second point.
Like 6ix9ine is not from the street.
Also, the next thing I want to mention is the first thing that he says on here is 6ix9ine is not from the street. Remember, first he was with when everybody was like, yo, 6ix9ine was running with the Crips. And then they was like, yo, 6ix9ine is running with the Bloods, right? What up, Lambo? What up, Ashley? But check this out. Check this out, right? This is the part that I want y'all to think about. Remember when 6ix9ine first came out and they were asking him, was he Blood? And they was asking him about the Crip thing. And he was saying, yo, I'm not neither. Those are just people in my hood that I hang out with. Am I the only one that remembers that? Am I the only one that remembers that? 6ix9ine said, he said himself that he's not Blood and he's not Crip. He said, those are just people that they're in my hood. I'm cool with Bloods and I'm cool with Crips. I personally think that's how he should have kept it. I think he should have kept it like that. I think that was the win. I think the win was, I'm not with no gang. I'm just a cool brother that make music. I like everyone. I love everyone. You understand what I'm saying? That was the win. No, I'm pretty sure he wanted to join the gang, but that's not the point. I don't care about what he wanted to do. At this point, I'm talking about how he could have maintained his success and not had to worry about, watch what I'm about to say. Watch what I'm about to say. And not had to worry about beef and people trying to hurt or kill him. So what happens? What happens when he does decide to, go all the way one side? Then they decide that they want war with everybody. Remember, at first, Takashi was like, and this is why when Snow Billy says what Snow Billy says, I don't know how truthful any of that is. I don't think Snow Billy, okay, so when I listen to somebody talk, I understand that they can only tell a story from their perspective. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can only tell a story from your vision, what you saw, what you could see. You understand what I'm saying? I can't tell a story from somebody else's perspective unless they tell me their perspective and then I regurgitate it. But even then, I wouldn't be able to say it back to say back their story with the same feeling and emotion. So then it's still not their story. Do you understand what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. So when Snow Billy comes on the show and he talks about things and we got other people calling him a liar, I'm like, well, maybe he's not lying. Maybe that's his truth. You got to understand. You understand what I'm saying? So I say all that to say this. When I hear that there was actually a plan to keep Takashi 6ix9ine from being a gang member, I say I can see that. I can see how people that want to make money is going to be like, yo, you know what? We're going to get to that bag if everybody love you. We're going to get to that bag if everybody love you. Ashley had to let everybody know that you just sent the message to me. Okay, Ashley, appreciate you. We're going to get to that bag if everybody love you. I can see that. I can see somebody saying, yo, we want all the money. We want all the money. And then somebody said, you know what? I want all the money. And then when that person said, I want all the money, that's when they start cutting off avenues of revenue. Once he starts talking crazy to gangs in other cities, he's cutting off avenues of revenue. You know how often I kept hearing gang members from California talking and be like, yo, we love his music, but he talking crazy about us. Screw that dude. And you got to respect that. Yo, we love his music, but he talking crazy. He talking like he won over here. You feel me? And then the next thing you know, now he got beef over in Cali. Now he got beef in Houston. Now he got beef in Chicago. When all of these dudes love his music, and the only reason why they have beef with him is because he's talking trash about their city. That's it. Yeah, they're looking at him like, yo, this guy got rainbow hair, and they laughing at him. But my dude, you got rainbow hair. What are you talking about? You should have knew this was coming. And the rainbow hair is the win. So all you had to do was stay shut, let people talk about that rainbow hair. It would have died down. People would have stopped talking about that rainbow hair, and you would have still been getting the bag. And that's just my opinion on it. If they would have kept him from being gang, if he would have never became gang, if he was never getting down like that, he'd be getting to the bag. Oh, you talking about North Wing. Wow, what was he saying? Yeah, I'll get him back on when he answers the phone. You know where to reach me. I tried to reach him. He ain't answer. Ain't nothing I can do about that. Maybe he up to something or into something. I don't know. So that's my point as far as when 50 Cent said he was never gang. Y'all cannot expect this guy to go do 1,000,000 years for an organization that he, even if they wanted to put him in, it wasn't for him. It wasn't for him. You understand what I'm saying? And this is 50 Cent saying that. Look, man, them dudes he was with, them dudes was real gang members. Them dudes was real gangsters. Them dudes was really about that life. But he wasn't. He wasn't. Them other dudes, and if y'all really pay attention, when have you ever heard 50 Cent with this type of concern in his voice? When? 50 is not that good of an actor. We've all seen his movies. Let's just be clear on that. We've all seen 50 Cent movies. He is not that good of an actor. He's not. He's an okay actor doing certain roles. He's not that good of an actor. Am I lying? Wait, hold on. Let's take a vote. Ah, man, come on, team footage. We don't. First of all, we don't call names in here, so we're not saying F nobody. Put him on a timeout. Somebody, we deleted the message, but put him on a timeout. Come on, man. We don't say F people. Come on. Show of hands. Yes, you think 50 Cent is a good enough actor to pull off that type of concern and it not be true? No, you do not think that 50 Cent is that good of an actor. And that was all real concern and real possible fear. Yes, he is. No, he's not. I think we got more yeses that y'all think he's that good of an actor. I think y'all need to watch some more 50 Cent movies. That's a fact. 50 Cent could pull off tough. Okay? That he can do. I don't see 50 Cent doing concern like this in movies. Every time 50 Cent try to do like he's concerned, it just comes off as fake to me. I don't think they understand the question either. Maybe that was a me problem. I asked the question wrong. Oh, thank you, Diana. Appreciate you. Den of Thieves was dope. Yo, shout out to Den of Thieves. Everybody, go check out Den of Thieves sometime this week. Den of Thieves was a dope-ass movie. That's a fact. I like 50. I just don't think he's that good of an actor. What the hell, yo? The football movie was good too. I like 50 Cent. I just don't think he's that good of an actor. Why, when somebody likes somebody, do they got to think everything they do is dope? Like, Come on, man. I like 50 Cent. I just don't think he's that good of an actor to pull that off. I just don't. That's my opinion. I mean, whatever. Everybody can have their own opinion. Yeah, I think he is. So shout out the eye. Whatever. Let's go to the next point.
All right. I liked him because, like, I like Soulja Boy. Like, when he came, I looked and I was like, he's 16 years old. He produced the record.
I just want everybody to get this right here. Do you really understand what 50 Cent is doing right now? He's fucking with everybody's brain. All right, so I'm going to tell you how he's messing with everybody's brain right here. He's trying to equate 6ix9ine to a child so we can really start feeling, 6ix9ine is, because 16-year-old, you're a teenager, you're a child. You understand what I'm saying? Soulja Boy was 16 years old when he blew the fucking internet up. Part of my language. When he blew the internet up. Told you I don't got no time for two girls. Hell, I don't even got one right now. But Soulja Boy blew the internet up. He was like 16 when him and his people went filmed the video, made the video, or then everybody doing that Superman shit. You feel me? So we ain't get to the rapper thing yet. We still talking about this other thing. So now right now what he's doing is he's putting Soulja Boy in the same category as 6ix9ine, and by him doing that, it's kind of like he's trying to draw sympathy. He's messing with our heartstrings. So now the rest of the stuff that we hear, this is actually genius. This is genius. This is well thought up narrative. This is genius. So now everything else that he says, even though we're not actively thinking about it, we're actively thinking of 6ix9ine as a young kid. You understand what I'm saying? That was genius. And he's right. Soulja Boy did all that stuff on his own, but 6ix9ine didn't do all this stuff on his own. So whatever. But that was genius. I just want to point that out.
Made the dance, got his homeboy, and then shot it. I want to see him have a hit. That guy that does it, like, 'cause I couldn't do that at 16. Mm-hmm. So I thought he had something in, like, I was like, yo, he's special. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They do all that, and then with 6ix9ine, his imaging was stronger than the music.
Mm-hmm. Imaging stronger than music, very important. All right, so hold on. Somebody said he's defending himself for messing with 6ix9ine. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think he's absolutely defending himself from messing with 6ix9ine. He's trying to explain to people also how he could have been duped, because he's saying I saw him as a child. That's why he's trying to tell people about the other thing. Anyway, yeah, so what I've always been saying is I don't like 6ix9ine's music. A lot of people do. But I do believe that image that he had was a win. That's what we just talked about a minute ago. That image that he had was a win. If he would have just let people talk about his hair and moved on, and didn't address the fact that they was talking about his rainbow hair or whatever, he would have been winning. If he didn't immediately connect himself with a gang, he would have been winning. If he would have stayed, yo, I'm neutral. This is just what I do. I know Bloods. I know Crips. Then that would have just made people want to gravitate to him. He would have been winning. So his image was a win.
Because middle America, the people that actually purchasing hip hop music, they can die to hip.
Did you just notice what he said? Middle America, people who's actually purchasing hip-hop music. The people who's actually purchasing hip-hop music is white little kids. And that's not even a joke. That's factual.
They didn't die to hear those colors. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And then they see them in the element that they've been... Hip-hop allows you to be on a safari and get close enough to the animals without being in danger.
Now, basically what he's describing is, then now that you got these kids from wherever they're from in middle America, they're living vicariously through 6ix9ine. And that's why he was blown up on social media the way that he was. When he goes on social media and he looks more like them than like us, and he's talking trash to us, then that makes people want to gravitate to him. But in reality, he's just talking trash to be talking trash. He's just some kid from Brooklyn. That's just what he's doing. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't think 6ix9ine was doing it to be racist, although people, could we get them likes up? How we got more than 100 more people in here than we got likes? Could we at least get up to 75 likes? We got 175 people in here. Could we at least get up to 75 likes? I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. So basically what he's saying is that the white kids out in wherever the hell was living vicariously through 6ix9ine, because they were able, especially the racist ones, they were able to live vicariously because he looks more like them than he looks like us. You understand what I'm saying? Even though inside he's probably more like us than he's like them. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just because he's come from Brooklyn, y'all. I mean, I really upset me when we got people of color that's mad at him for saying the N-word. You want to know why that upsets me? You're not from New York. You don't understand. If I come down to where you live, I'm going to respect the way y'all handle y'all business. I'm not going to say, yo, we don't do that in New York. You understand what I'm saying? Because then you're going to look at me like, who the hell he think he is? You in my town now. You understand what I'm saying? And you'll be right for doing that. Don't get me wrong. You'll be 100% right for doing that. In New York, everybody has Europeans shouting the N-word. What are you talking about? There's been actual concerts where you had Gwyneth Paltrow in the audience shouting out the N-word to I'm going to say the name, to niggas in Paris while it was performed on stage by Jay-Z. So now are you going to talk crazy about Jay-Z? Ivan, hold on, we stopping everything. So now are you going to talk crazy, Ivan? Ivan, answer my question. We literally have video evidence of Gwyneth Paltrow in the audience shouting niggas in paradise, niggas in Paris, pardon me, lyrics when Jay-Z and Kanye West was performing it. Now, you gonna now talk trash about Jay-Z and Kanye West? Let me know, Ivan. Mr. Ivan. Don't come in here. Ivan been here. Don't time him out either. Don't time his ass out. Nobody better time him out. That's not a reason to get timed out. So what up, Ivan? Answer. Answer, Ivan. Don't try to talk me about nothing. I'm on point with mine. I thought of a comeback before I even said before the damn thing came out my mouth. No, I don't think it's okay for her to say it. Nobody said that. Don't put words in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth, real six. Don't do that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. Don't put words in my mouth. No, that's not what I'm saying. If he says I said that again, just hide him. Don't even time him out. Hide him. Because we're not doing that. You answered? I missed this answer. Yeah, just hide him. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Don't come in here putting words in my mouth. Just hide him. Because I'm not gonna have a whole entire conversation where I got people putting words in my mouth and I gotta keep. Who's arguing with the computer screen? Do we know DJ? Do we know this DJ? Get him up out of here. Show him the door. All right. No. You good, Ivan? You didn't say anything wrong. It's just, see what happens when you say something weird and you got people in here, they just dying to try to attack something I'm saying. That's the only reason why they in here, to try to throw shade. I'm not saying that it's okay for Caucasians or to say the N-word. I'm personally trying to stop saying the N-word. So how am I going to say it's okay for somebody else to say it? Please, somebody explain that logic to me. I'm personally a black guy trying to stop saying the N-word. How are you saying that I'm saying that it's okay for a Caucasian to say it? What I'm saying is, in New York City, especially people that grew up in the hood, they're always saying it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything else. If you're an African from Africa and your parents are from Africa, and then you come over here and you say the N-word, nobody's gonna think nothing of it. If you're freaking a Puerto Rican and you grew up in the hood with all of your friends and everybody else, you saying the N-word, nobody's gonna think. You can hear when people say the N-word and know if it's something that they say or if it's something that they practiced. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, I don't understand why people think it's such a big deal when Takashi says it. He literally grew up in the hood. You have people who have never been to New York City a day in their life. They've never been to New York City. Never. They've never. Yes, cops call everybody in New York City. You even gotta be. You could be white. The cops will call you that. That's a fact. Nah, that went too far. That went too far, hatred. We're not gonna let that comment go. Don't try to put it up again. You will get timed out. I'm not surprised if everybody in Boston says the N-word also. It's a major metropolitan city. Anyway, let's move on from that. I don't want to get stuck on that. I don't know. I don't care. I don't even care who. Could we get off of the N-word? Could we just get off of the N-word? Could we get off of the N-word? Could we please get off of the N-word? My point was this, and this is my only point that I had about that. This dude is from the actual hood of Brooklyn. He's not faking it. He's from the hood of Brooklyn. Every neighborhood, every area has its own dialect of how they speak. In New York City, especially in the hoods of New York City, people flagrantly use the N-word that are not black. And no one cares. So when people that don't live in New York City say, oh, why y'all not angry that that guy is using the N-word? I'm saying, well, if you want to be angry he's using the N-word, be angry. Whatever. That's your right. But where I grew up at, there are tons of people who speak. There's people that don't speak barely any English. And they use the N-word. That's like to be the only word you understand. God dang it. Please, I'm not coming to Alabama and tell you and y'all how to deal with y'all white folks over there. I don't even care about none of that. Let's get off the N-word. I'm just saying, like, just in general. You understand what I'm saying? Like, anyway, let's move on, please. Let's just move on. God dang it, yo.
And they seen him in the safari, in the middle of the whole pack, and you cooking, and the little homies he had around him. And I said because when I use little, only because they Crew's baby brothers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Little, they're younger. Mm-hmm. The next litter.
Gotcha.
Of it was around. Mm-hmm. They don't go. Mm-hmm. So while he was talking, that's why he would say, suck them up. Mm-hmm. Anybody say something, suck them up.
Did you hear what he just basically just told you? He basically just said that the people that was around Takashi, and he said it very nicely and very politically correct. And I don't know this to be true, but I'm telling you what I read from him saying. He's saying that the people around Takashi was basically looking for something to have a war with. They was looking for something. They was looking to make a name. They were looking to make a name. They were looking to make a name. Listen very closely.
Your brothers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Little, they're younger. Mm-hmm. The next litter.
Gotcha.
Of it was around. Mm-hmm. They don't go. Mm-hmm. So while he was talking, that's why he would say, suck them up. Mm-hmm. Anybody say something, suck them up. Because you know for sure they're going to do it. They'll do it.
He knows for sure that they're going to do it. He's not talking about the fellatio. He's talking about the, I know when I do this that them dudes got my back. They ain't letting nothing happen to me. Shout out to Nathan Clark with the donation. He said, shout out to 50 Cent and Frost. So when he goes and he does that song and he makes sure that he says that he's not gang, he's trying to distance himself from 6ix9ine by standing next to him so you can see the comparison. Now, see, you want to know what I think? I'm going to say something about 50 Cent right now. You want to know when I realized 50 Cent was a freaking genius? When he got out of all of the hood clothes and started wearing suits everywhere. So 50 Cent is a genius. 50 Cent just now made it so that when people beef with him, if he ever gets into any kind of situation or anything like that, our last visions of him, our last images of him, our last seeing of who 50 Cent is that he was a businessman. 50 Cent is always walking around looking like a businessman. 50 Cent is always walking around looking like he's at work. That's a win. That's a win. Yeah, that Tiara Marie money, but he deserves to get that. He won that in court. She took him to court over a frivolous lawsuit. I think 6ix9ine was hard-headed, but a lot of people say that they don't believe 6ix9ine was using drugs. Me being a person who grew up around individuals that use cocaine, I wouldn't be surprised if he real gangsters wear suits. That's a fact. Don't let nobody tell you different. No, I didn't hear the call Takashi allegedly made. I'll check it out, make a video on it today. And 6ix9ine 50 is a terrible actor. I don't think he was acting here. I think this was all concern. I think all of this was real. Anyway, we're gonna move on from this. We're gonna talk about the actual topic of the video. We've been on this for a minute. I don't know. We'll find it somewhere. I don't know. Somebody send me a link. Somebody email me a link or DM me a link. Somebody DM me a link. He could have been on Adderall. Matter of fact, I think he was on Adderall the first time he went to go to the Breakfast Club. And I think that me and Zeke joked about that, actually. Right after he went on the Breakfast Club, me and Zeke joked about that because he looked a little bit too focused. He was real focused. The first time he went on the Breakfast Club, he was like, yo, I don't want to deal with none of that. Let's just talk about the thing y'all want to talk about. He was real focused. He was locked in. I thought he was on Adderall then, to be honest with you. I think. Oh shoot! You got wait. What do you got? You got an Instagram now? Oh, that's Snapchat. No, but remember, he was already. For everybody that don't know, he was already diagnosed with like some kind of ADD. Remember, after his father died and he had to go to counseling and everything, he was already diagnosed with having some kind of something going on with him. So yeah. All right, so let's move on. I just wanted to start talking about that. I want to talk about that. We got sidetracked with the N-word BS. Just so we could be clear, I think all of us should stop using the N-word. Okay, just so we could be clear. That's why I was like, I think everybody should stop using the N-word. I think we should all stop using it. Because we're all gonna always use it. Look, this is my logic. We're all gonna always use it. We're never gonna not be able to use it because it's not part of our our vocabulary, our lexicon, it's part of our everyday speech. You understand what I'm saying? But if we practice trying not to use it, then we'll use it less. And by using it less, then it'll come up only when it's appropriate and not when it's not appropriate, because there are appropriate times to say the N-word. That's a fact. But I think that it's the overuse that people use it because of either lack of diction, lack of limited vocabulary, and also just because some people just want to sound cool. So I think that if we knock out using it to replace it with other words, and if we knock out just trying to sound cool, then we'll use it, when it's more appropriate, and thus use it less. Well, I don't know. I didn't hear it. I didn't never believed it. So I'm pretty sure that I'd have to. I don't think the feds would even allow for his him to talk to nobody. I think that's the reason why they arrested him in the first place. They didn't want him to talk to nobody. So I mean, whatever. Anyway, so first, show of hands. Who thinks Show of hands. Hold on. Stop. Everybody stop typing. Everybody stop typing for 1 second. Everybody stop typing for 1 second and hit those like buttons. But everybody stop typing for 1 second. I want to ask a question, and it makes it easier when we ask the question and everybody can just pause for a second. Show of hands. I say pause for a second, and then the first thing everybody does, some people do, is start. And you already raised your hand and you don't even know what I'm going to say. Are you on Adderall? Huh? Boogie down. Show of hands. Who thinks that YouTube content creators are actually getting these rappers locked up and incarcerated? Yes? No? What up, Val Commerce? Okay, so we got more no's than yeah. And not for nothing, I kind of lean towards the no also. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so recently I tried to give somebody a little bit of advice on how they could improve their social platform, how they could improve their image, right? I gave them great advice. I gave them great advice. All right. Okay, what? Hold on, stop. Brian Spikes, name me one rapper that Zach TV got incarcerated. Name me one rapper that Zach TV interviewed and then that person got arrested. Just one rapper. Just one rapper, Brian Spikes. Shout out to Zach TV and his family. Okay, so so I was trying to give somebody a little bit of advice on how to prove, yeah, RIP Zach TV, that's a fact. I was trying to give somebody a little bit of advice on how to improve their image, and they followed some of the they did a couple of the ideas that I had. I don't know if they knew or just their management team knew. So let's just clear that up. I never spoke to them directly. So they took a couple of the ideas. I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'm not going to tell you what they did because I'm not trying to, this isn't about them. So a couple of the ideas that I had, they actually used, right? That's a good look. But since the actual client never spoke to me, they couldn't understand why they were doing what they were asked to do. They couldn't understand the motivations behind, if you do this and you do that and you do that, you're gonna win. So what they did was they did a couple of the things that I encouraged, but they didn't do it with the correct spirit of what I was trying to encourage them to use and do it with. So therefore, they didn't win the way that they could have won. I say that to say this. You could interview somebody, and I'm telling you from personal experience. You can interview somebody and say, yo, look, I don't think we should talk about this. I don't think we should talk about that. And what the person is going to do is the person is going to think those things that you're saying that you don't think they should talk about are important. And they're going to want to bring it up because they're either going to be clout chasing or they either, I'm real and I need the whole world to know how real I am. And they're going to hurt themselves because go speak to any publicist. Any publicist, they'll tell you that their client is their worst enemy. They'll tell you. I know a couple of publicists. I'm not just talking on my ass. I literally know a couple of publicists. And they're going to tell you that their clients are their worst enemies because they have to constantly watch over their clients like their clients are little babies half of the time. I'm telling you. So when these guys go on Vlad TV and they talk about crimes that they have not already served time for, they are incriminating themselves. See, this is the thing. Vlad does a lot of cuts, right? So you don't know if Vlad cut and said, yo, do you want to really talk about this? Could we please not talk about Zach? Could we please not talk about Zach TV? I don't want to give disrespect to anybody that passed away. I don't want to disrespect anybody that isn't passed away. Could we please not talk about Zach TV? I'm asking. What happened to him was a tragedy. So we don't know because he's cutting. Vlad does cuts. So when people be like, yo, the next person that talks about Vlad TV, please put the next one that talks about Zach TV. I want every single admin to give them a timeout. They think I'm joking. I want any admin that doesn't give them a timeout, I'm going to time you out for every admin in here. The next person that brings up Vlad TV's name. I'm not gonna repeat myself. That's it. I mean, not Vlad TV, pardon me, Zach TV's name. Next person. All right, so when we don't know what kind of cuts Vlad is doing. Vlad could be like, yo, do you really want to talk about this? And trying to talk the guy out of talking about something, but the guy's like, no, nah, it's good. Let's talk about it. Put it up. That's one. Two, from what I heard, Vlad gives people the opportunity to say, yo, I don't want that. I don't want you to put that out. I want you to put that out. So there's a good chance that even after these dudes is telling on themselves or saying what they shouldn't say, and then they're like, Vlad is like, yo, look, man, do you want to? And then they're like, nah, don't worry about it. Put it out. So that's why I don't blame Vlad. Now, as far as academics is concerned, the academic situation is a little bit different. All right. In my opinion, I could be wrong. I 100% believe that academics and 6ix9ine were friends. I 100% believe that. There is nothing that anybody can ever tell me that will make me believe that academics and 6ix9ine weren't genuine friends. I can hear it in academics' voice when he speaks about them. When they were together hanging out, I saw it. I saw the chemistry. I saw the love that each one of them had for each other. You cannot tell me that they were not friends. Okay, you cannot tell me that. I will not ever believe that unless you have to bring me definitive proof. Now people be like, yo, I gotta see the paperwork. I gotta see the paperwork. I think their friendship was beyond ratings, Nasha. That's my point. I believe that academics and 6ix9ine were actually friends. So hold on. So the 6ix9ine situation is a little different. I did a video on this. I got fucking ink on my fingers. That shit sucks. So I guess I'm just gonna be inked for who knows how long. So the academic 6ix9ine situation is different. I did a video where I talked about it, and I said there was a point where academics was with 6ix9ine all the time, and then all of a sudden they went to the Dominican, and then when they came back, that was it. Academics was gone. I think academics actually I love you too, Nash. I think academics actually made a tweet or something about that, about how he was going to distance himself from 6ix9ine. I believe academics did that. Who else remember that? Does anybody else remember academics saying something about him distancing himself from 6ix9ine for whatever the reason was? No, not even talking about the YG complex incident thing. I'm talking about when they came back from the Dominican. They went to the Dominican. Appreciate you, Quentin. Appreciate all of y'all. They went to the Dominican. Could we get them likes up? I was looking for my brush and shit. They went to the Dominican. And then when they came back from the Dominican, all of a sudden, academics started distancing himself from Takashi 6ix9ine. Not all the way. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about way before that Slim 400 thing. Yeah, they shot a video out there or something like that, right? They went and shot something out there in the Dominican. What's up, Black Wall? Wasn't you just in here earlier? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Brian. He did get spooked when they was walking around in the mall. That's a fact. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Everybody hit that like button. So my point being is this, right? I told y'all then, I believe that at some point academics said something to him like, yo, it's getting a little bit dangerous. I'm going to bounce. So when I hear people say, yo, academics should have told him something, I am 100% clear or certain that academics did tell Takashi something about, yo, this is dangerous. I can't really hang out with you like that. Or this stuff that you're around, I can't be around. Or this stuff that you're doing, this shit ain't gonna work for me. I'm talking about way before the Complex Con thing. I'm talking about months before the Complex Con thing. I'm talking about when they went to the Dominican. I'm talking about before Shotty was even in the picture. Hell yeah. Academics did the smart thing. I agree also, but GMTV, we're not using the N-word. That's why you caught that time out. Sorry about that. We're trying to not use the N-word, especially on the morning show, because there might be kids in here. We're trying to stop cursing altogether. We're trying to use more of our vocabulary. So apologize about that timeout that you just caught, but you kind of earned it, even though you didn't know about it. But yeah. Academics has said before that he tried to, before he got locked up, academics did. Who called me a liar? I don't think he called me a liar. He said people need to stop blaming Act. Straight up, that is silly. I don't think he's saying I'm blaming Act. I don't think he's saying I'm blaming Act. I didn't read that, but I mean, if he is, I'm not blaming Act. I just said I'm not blaming Act like 4 or 5 times. So whatever. Anyway. So I think academics did try to put him on the game. You feel me? I think academics tried to put him on the game. I think academics tried to tell him, like, yo, look, man, this is not what you need to be doing. Once again, if 6ix9ine would have stayed in the middle, he would have stayed neutral. He would have stayed, yo, I'm cool with Bloods, I'm cool with Crips. That would have been the win. Because now you're saying I'm cool with Bloods, I'm cool with Crips, I'm cool with Yetas, I'm cool with Zulu Nation, I'm cool with, you get it? You get it? I'm cool with BDs. I'm cool with DBs. You feel me? I mean GDs. You feel me? I'm cool with everybody. What question have you been asking, Princess Loves Rah Rah? What question have you been asking for 2 straight days? Please tell me. Watch it be some random question that. No, don't time out yet. Let's hear the question. And I do remember academics saying when 6ix9ine, before 6ix9ine got arrested, I do remember academics saying I tried to tell him, could we get them lights up? I do remember academics saying that. I tried to tell him. I believe him. I 100% believe Act. I know if I didn't believe Act, I'd tell y'all like that dude lying. No, I 100% believe Act. 100%. I think he told him in the private. I know for a fact I've heard him speak about it in public. I think he told Act. I mean, I think Act told him. I think homeboy just decided that he was going to do what he was going to do. If you listen to Sarah talk, right? Shout out to Sarah. If you listen to Sarah talk, shout out to Sarah Moms. What's Sarah Mom's name? Elaine? I forgot her name, but shout out to her. She's cool as shit. If you listen to when Sarah talks, she keeps trying to tell people he was extremely conceited. He didn't listen to anyone. So Irene, there you go. Shout out to Irene. He didn't listen. Shout out to Cactus Gang. He didn't listen to anyone. So if his baby mama's like, and believe me, tons of baby mamas swear that the baby daddy ain't listening to people just because he don't listen to her. So believe me, I'm not trying to say I understand this, but what I'm saying is she's been saying he don't listen to no one. I've heard Shotty say he don't listen to no one. What's up, Angel? Homegirl never gave her question, right? So she's just going to keep popping in here saying, are you going to answer my question? But she's not going to tell me what the question is. Like, I'm supposed to remember the question from 2 days ago. So, all right. I don't, wait, Sarah's a foul, though. We don't know whether she did that. Give Princess Laura a timeout for claiming that Sarah banged one person. I don't care who does it. For claiming that Sarah banged Shotty, throwing salt on that girl name, and we don't know. I don't know if she banged Shotty. I don't know. And I don't want to talk on it. Stop giving that girl timeouts. I gave that girl a million timeouts. Stop that. We're not going to let that comment go through, Nash. Hopefully they won't give you a timeout for saying that. Hold on. We gave her too many timeouts. I'm gonna put her back in. Y'all gave her too many timeouts. We're not doing that. We're not abusing the timeout thing. All right, we're not gonna. I gave her too many. I ain't like that. Too many. You want hit. Now you don't got no timeouts because these guys want to give you too many timeouts. How about that? Don't time her back out. Y'all gave her too many timeouts. We're not doing that. I didn't say to give a group timeout. One timeout would have been good enough. Okay. The rumor was already out there. It's just that when Snow Billy said it, the shit took off. Let's just keep it a buck. All right. The rumor was already out there. But when Snow Billy said it, it took off. And Snow Billy said it on this channel. But the rumor was already out there. Let's just be honest. Or we know who that was on the. Let's just leave it. All right. So everybody says that Takashi don't listen to nobody. Academics said Takashi don't listen to nobody. His baby Sarah said Takashi don't listen to nobody. Shotty has also said that Takashi doesn't listen to anybody. And I've spoken to a couple of people behind the scenes that said Takashi didn't listen to anybody. So what up, Mike Jones? Yeah. So they're saying Takashi doesn't listen to anybody. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, appreciate you, Mr. Jones. Yo, Mr. Jones, I hope I didn't mess you up yesterday. I hope I didn't mess up what you was trying to do yesterday. That's a fact. We don't got to speak on it, but if I did, no, I apologize, my brother. I don't know if he's gonna comment back. Anyway, so so my whole point is, as far as everybody knows, Takashi doesn't listen to anybody. So the reason why I'm saying this whole academic situation with Takashi is different is because Academics has publicly came out and tried to let Takashi know not to do some of the stuff he was doing. He's made videos on it. I know that to be a fact. And I personally also think that he spoke to him behind the scenes and told him to slow down with his shenanigans also. This is just my opinion. I just think that he did. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why that situation is a little bit different. So now, hold on, we have the 21 Savage situation where he does an expose on 21 Savage, and then now 21 Savage is arrested. I know a lot of people who don't believe that that has anything to do with it. A lot of people believe that it has. Some people I know believe it has something to do with the fact that he started beefing with other rappers who might be connected, like T.I. I think he said something about T.I. recently. So some people believe that. You understand what I'm saying? You think Act put the boys on him? I don't know. You gotta speak to me behind the scenes, or you could say it right here if you feel like saying it. But I don't know. I don't know. Why don't you text me what you know right now? How about that? Shout out to the 713-281. Why didn't y'all let that go through? Why did you time him out, Boogie? Stop that. I'm untiming him out. I'm gonna hide him and then I'm gonna unhide him. He gonna be untimed out. He just wanted me to shout out some area codes. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let me show love, man. I personally don't think that this is just my thinking. I can be wrong. But I personally think that the reason why these guys are locked up has to deal with people committing crimes and not doing their due diligence not to get caught. I think that one of the biggest problems that nobody is talking about is that brick that he sold. I think that brick that he sold probably put the feds all the way on them. I think that brick that he sold might have had nothing to do with Treyway and was some side shit that he was doing. And I believe that that put the feds all the way on them. But the real question is, this is the real question. Allegedly. But this is the real question. If Treyway wasn't involved in that brick that he sold, where did he get it from? It's a brick. That's a brick. So if Treyway wasn't involved with the brick that he sold allegedly, and allegedly is spelled this way, y'all. Oh shit, I always forget to put the cursor. If Treyway wasn't involved with that brick that he sold allegedly, then where did he get the brick from? Where did he get the brick from? Because that charge, I don't believe that charge was on anybody else. I don't believe that charge was on anybody else. Princess, we need to get Princess kicked. We need to get Princess kicked. There's a ton of people asking questions that I'm not answering. What makes you more special than anybody else in this chat, Miss Princess Rah? What makes you more special than Ace Made It, who's been asking me questions all day and I haven't answered not one of his questions? What makes you more special than North Wing, who's been asking questions and I haven't answered any of his questions? What makes you more special than anybody else in here? What? Now you're blocked. How about that? No, I think I know who Princess is. Princess is an old admin. They're using the same exact tactics and they speaking with the same exact cadence. Princess is an old admin that ain't an admin anymore. Can't come back to the channel with their regular name because their regular name isn't blocked. They can't come back to the what up one night. Can't come back to the channel with their regular name because they're embarrassed fucking shenanigans that they was doing in the first place. No, I know who Princess is. They speak with the same damn cadence. And they doing the same thing that they were doing before. Anyway, I'm not screw that. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, so 2017. He's the only one on that charge, y'all. I don't know for a fact. I gotta have somebody look into it. But as far as I know, he's the only one on that charge. What up, Miss Cunningham? He's the only one on that charge. Okay, I'm bogus. Can we please kick best instrumentals? Y'all might be right. No, all the way out the door. I want him all the way out the door. He thinks that that's the princess person. They think that I'm supposed to just have a conversation with them, and I'm not supposed to. I got to stop everything I'm talking about to talk about what they want to talk about. So, kick every time you see somebody come in talking all caps, and they talking and they sound anything like that person, kick them all the way out the door. We don't all this all cap shit. We're not jacking no all cap stuff. Period. How about that? Come in here and speak all caps again. There you go. Franco, all the way out the door. Francisco. Okay, nah, forget it. Don't kick Francisco all the way out the door. He wants to be funny. Not good. Got to be funny. Can y'all guys stop being funny before y'all kicked all the way out the door? Francisco was joking. Let's leave him. Let's leave him. He was just a bad joke. Unhide him. There we go. Thank you. Nah, it's not you. We just, because of that one person, now nobody can do all caps no more. We're not gonna go through this all day. We ain't going through this all day, yo. Okay, please kick that that guy great out the door, because you know if he doesn't like us, then that means that we're just terrible. There we go. All the way out the door. Hold on. We're gonna be hold on. He got like 3 more accounts. Let's just kick all his accounts all the way out the door, and then we're gonna see what happens. This is hold on. Give him a second. Let him come back with more accounts and try to harass me. Where the rest of your accounts at? You're just coming back to harass me, right? You don't got nothing better to do. You don't got you want your minute of fame, right? You want your 5 minutes, right? You don't got nothing better to do, right? Come on, come back and harass me and then get upset that nobody don't want to be harassed. That's literally what he's doing. He's upset that I don't want to be harassed. That's what it is. He's upset. Oh man, I'm not a fan of yours no more because you won't let me harass you. You won't let me when you're talking on your show, you won't let me sidetrack the whole entire show to the shit I want to talk about. Oh boy, I don't like you no more. Oh, I don't like you because I'm not the most important thing on your channel. There you go. He's gone. We come back with another. I'll just kick him, yo. Just kick him. Fucking yo, man. These guys, man. Retarded. He's still in here. He just it's no reason to talk. Like, come on, man. What the hell you doing? All right, so what was we talking about? Actually, I want to move on from that. So we at the 21 Savage situation, right? I don't think academics got 21 Savage in trouble. Why does everybody say my laugh is contagious? There we go. Kick this guy all the way out the door. There you go. He's gonna come back with another one. Don't worry about it. He got another one. Oh man, he's gonna run through all of his accounts now. I don't think academics got 21 Savage arrested. I just don't. I think these guys get themselves in trouble. Like, look at the Rollo situation, right? I keep trying to tell you, the part that got Rollo jammed up was, damn, Kim just hates everyone. The part that got Rollo jammed up is, could we get them likes up? Could we get them likes up? Because you know I got like 1 million dislikes on this channel right now because we've been kicking niggas this morning. Good part of my language. Could we get them likes up? The problem with Rollo was, the problem with 21 Savage and Rollo, I believe, is the same thing. Okay, so I'm gonna break down what Rollo did. Rollo was successfully turning drug money clean. Y'all know that, right? He successfully found a way. He successfully found a way. I agree with you, Bowser, and I would let that comment go through, but you got to come back without the N word. Rollo successfully found a way. I'll address that in 1 minute. Hold on, GTM. Rollo, don't let me forget. Rollo successfully found a way to turn his drug money clean. I'm going to explain to you what he did. He bought a whole entire projects. Right? He bought a whole entire projects. What do people in the projects use? They smoke weed, right? People not in the project smoke weed. Let's just be clear on that. People in the project smoke weed, right? So he buys a whole entire projects. He lets everybody, apartment complex, whatever. That's what projects is, whatever. So he buys a whole entire apartment complex. He's letting everybody stay there for free. All right? Now, the people that's staying there for free, there's going to be a lot of them that's going to be on some kind of public assistance, right? That money's going to be going directly to him. Right? There's going to be some people that actually have a job, right? But they're not paying rent, right? But they are going to now be buying all the weed, right? So he's still getting the money, right? He just created an environment where he's going to be having all of his clients in one place, where now I can just sell my drugs there and I don't have to worry about going out there and getting scooped up by the police. We're insulated. Shout out to Susan Bortz with the donation. She said Jack runs this channel. He picks the content, period. So now we have a complex where 12 apartments, that's fine. But you know what he's going to do next, right? Buy another projects. Do you get it? That's the plan. 12 apartments is 12 apartments. Then you buy another projects. Then you buy another one. Then you buy another one. Then you buy another one. The main point that I was trying to make here is that he's buying real estate. Before ARAB got locked up, what was he talking about on Vlad? He was talking about buying real estate, correct? Am I wrong? ARAB was talking about buying real estate, right? Yo, we be buying one house. We be buying one house a month, right? That's what I believe ARAB was talking about. Yo, we be buying one house a month. We buy one property a month. Every month we buy a new property. Shout out to O'Malley Mel Vlogs for the donation. He says, love to the BB and Familia. Appreciate you, my brother. That's what ARAB was talking about, right? Buying real estate, right? But you want to know the big problem with ARAB? He was buying real estate, I believe, in the place that they're trying to get ready to gentrify. So that wasn't going to work. But yeah, they were going to get him up out of there. That's a fact. But he was buying real estate. He was buying storefronts. He was buying houses, right? What was Rollo doing? Storefronts, houses. Vlad didn't get these guys locked up. These guys were already being looked at. Thank you. Yeah, Mike Jones. Exactly. I believe they telling on themselves. Don't get it wrong. Absolutely. But Don't you think that the government is looking at blacks that are buying up land? You don't think if I came into the money somehow and I went and I decided I was gonna buy 3 tenement buildings, all of a sudden the government ain't flagging me and ain't in all my business? You don't think that? You don't think that if I decided whatever the hell happened, I came into $10 million somehow. The $10 million I came into, I decided to go buy 3 properties, all averaging like 2.3 million. Altogether, 3 properties cost me $2.3 million. You don't think that the government is going to be all in my business? Now, for a white guy, goes in and does the same exact thing, you think the government is going to be in his business? Probably not. Government probably ain't even thinking of that guy. But if I go do it, the government is gonna be all in my business. If any melanated person go do it, the government is gonna be all in your business. Where did he get this money from? What does he plan on using this property for? Who is his co-investors? My point, not good, is that it's rarer. It's more rarer. It's more rare. Am I saying it right? It's rare. It's less likely that a man of color is, even if he has the opportunity, is spending his money on real estate. Get it? There has to be a plan. You think if somebody from Israel, if a Jewish Israeli came over to America and bought a couple of buildings, you think the government is going to be all over them? No. Why? Because they buy buildings. You get it? They buy buildings. Their people buy buildings. The government is not going to be all over that. That's just a fact. Yeah, but the point is, I'm saying is that when we act outside of character, it throws up red flags. You think if a black person go open up a record label, the government is going to be all over them? No. Well, that's what black people do. They open up record labels. Think of a black... I'm not trying to preach to you, not good. And I'm not really talking about real estate either. I'm talking about just what the government will probably do, because people who are Israeli, Jewish Israelis, they buy property all the time. They wouldn't look into every single instance of them buying property. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about real estate. I'm talking about what the government does. I am absolutely not talking about real estate. I don't know why you think I'm talking about real estate in itself. I'm not talking about real estate. I know you think I'm talking about real estate, but I'm not. I'm talking about how the government reacts to stuff. I live in New York City. Israeli Jews buy buildings all the time. Nobody bats an eye. Nobody bats an eye. Israeli Jews buy buildings all the time. Shout out to them. I hope nobody thinks I'm Jewish. I'm not trying to talk negative about nobody. I'm just speaking facts. They buy buildings all the time. Nobody bats an eye. Yeah, I'm not even talking about the connections in general, but yes, they have connections. That's a fact. I'm just saying. Thank you. That's all I'm saying, Brim. Jewish Israelis. There you go. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. Pardon me, because I was just saying it incorrectly. I hope nobody got offended. I'm not trying to offend nobody. Jewish Israelis. They buy buildings all the time in New York. Don't nobody bat an eye. Don't nobody think about it. And I do say government. I don't say government, do I? Yeah, they buy buildings all the time. Ain't nobody thinking about it. You understand what I'm saying? You let me go buy a tenement building. They're gonna be. I'm gonna all the paperwork. You let me go try to get an apartment. Well, when I leave here, you go let me go try to get an apartment, like an apartment that costs like $6,000 a month. They're gonna be all in my business. And Israeli, no, you can be Israeli and not be Jew. I don't know who, not be a Jewish person. I don't know who told you that. There are other races of people that actually live in Israel. That's how come there's always bombings and things like that, because they have Muslims that also live there. You can absolutely live in Israel and not be from Israel and not be a Jew. That's like saying every person in America is white just because they're an American. You're an American, but that doesn't, one is a nationality and the other one is your ethnic heritage, your lineage. They're just different. Yeah. No, not the tribe of Judah, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm not trying to get into that whole conversation. So yeah, Star and Casino Think Act got a curse on them. I 100% do believe that they might have some type of, there might be something to that, because what happens is ACT has a huge platform. So when ACT does something, it gets a lot of attention. You understand what I'm saying? So let's say ACT interviews somebody, it gets a lot of attention. It's all over. ACT has a huge platform. And sometimes the only reason why the feds or the police don't go after some of these people is because they're not, on a soapbox screaming out and talking about it, but so much. But when you put them on a huge ass platform, you're kind of throwing everything in people's faces. So now, after the guy probably been on, Joe Schmo's platform talking about whatever, crimes he was committing, it's not that big of a deal because it was Joe Schmo's platform. That platform maybe reached 60, 70,000 people. On a good day, 200,000 people. But then you got Academics' platform, and on a good day, that platform is probably going to reach 2-3 million people. You understand what I'm saying? 4 or 5 million people. You understand what I'm saying? So it's because the platform is so huge. What happens is when you go on his platform, you have to come there with a certain vibe and a certain energy. Like if I was to go, let's say I was a rapper and I was into some wild stuff, and I go on Academics platform. I'm not talking about anything but positive stuff. I'm not talking about any shenanigans. I'm not bringing up any. And matter of fact, after I go on the program, I am then gonna have to, just conduct myself differently because I know that they're watching me. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I say. Okay, when people say people go on YouTube and YouTube content creators is getting people locked up, I don't think that's what's happening. What I think is happening is people don't understand when they go on some of these huge platforms now how many eyes are on them. They think that they're still in the cornfields. They don't know that now they're in downtown. You understand what I'm saying? They think they still out there in the sticks. They don't know that now they're like in the middle of Manhattan. So they don't understand how many eyes is on them. So that they don't understand that, yes, now that you're on this huge ass platform, some shit you did 3 years ago might come back to bite you. You understand what I'm saying? That's why. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a quick story about me. So anybody that follows my personal IG on YouTube, I mean on Instagram, anybody that follows my personal IG, y'all know that, especially the females, y'all know that sometimes I try to say inspirational stuff to people. So I might see a female and she might look like or be like she's not having the best day or whatever the case is. And I might, go in there and say, great picture. I mean, looking pretty, or I like this or I like that, because, that's just me. I like to encourage. So And recently there was a female that she put up on her story, and her story says something like she didn't like some picture that she took at the gym. So I was just like, well, I like the picture. That's it. I didn't say nothing more than that. I just said I like the picture. I moved on. That was it. She sends me back a text talking about I'm a creep. So like, you're like, okay, that's it. I don't, no disrespect to you. Shout out to her, but I don't never want nothing to do with you again, because all I did was give you a compliment. That's it. You could have not commented. You could have said anything that you said. But now, let's say 3 years from now, I'm in a totally different position where I'm winning. And then now all of a sudden, I never spoke about this before. And then somebody come with some receipts. Yo, you was stalking this person. And then she said you was a creep. And then like, oh, you really? And then now I got to deal with this. You understand what I'm saying? So nah, I don't never want to speak to her again. Shout out to you. But this is how people got to start thinking when you're like, I'm trying to do something bigger than what I'm doing right now. This is how people got to start thinking. I need to stay away from any controversy. I don't want to be in any controversy. I don't want even that little tiny small thing right there. 3 years from now, somebody could say I was freaking, you don't know what kind of story could come out. You understand what I'm saying? What? So shout out to her. I will not never contact you again. And if I see you in public, I'm gonna walk the other way. And that's a fact. I don't want none of them problems. Oh man. I don't want none of them problems. So my point is this: a lot of these guys, they don't think about their future. So they do stuff, right? And then now they go on a platform as big as a blast platform, or they go on a platform as big as an academics' platform, and they have so much stuff that can come back and bite them. You understand what I'm saying? So now you go on a platform big like that, and now you might just raise the ire of one person in the government position, and now next thing you know, they go look back and they, yo, let's see what we got on this guy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, not even this fishing. They're like, well, what we got on this guy? Then they go look at what's going on with you, and then they find it's just some shenanigans going on with you. And then now they're like, you know what? Let's move on him. You understand what I'm saying? So this is how these guys got to start thinking. Like, maybe you don't want to be on a platform that big yet. Maybe you want to be on a smaller platform so you could grow your image. But nah, they don't do this. They want to go on the biggest platform they could go on immediately. They don't want no rollout. They don't want no protection, because when you go on smaller platforms and you build your image, in reality, what you're doing is you're protecting your brand. People don't understand brand building. So they think, you know what? I got to go on the biggest platform immediately because I need everybody to see what I'm doing, because I'll never be more popping than I'm popping right now. And that's what people think. But I don't care how popping you are right now. You can make yourself more popping. You can make yourself more popular. You can build your brand. And people aren't thinking about brand building. They're just thinking about getting to that bag now. They're not thinking about no future, nothing. Shout out to Joe Budden. That's why I fuck with Joe Budden, because Joe Budden, he give you all a game, and people, nobody listens to Joe Budden. Nobody listens to him. Joe Budden's be giving so much game. That's a fact, yo. And sometimes he be laughing when he's doing it, so I think people just don't be taking him serious or whatever the case is. But Joe Budden be given so much game, and that's just a fact. And I say that to say this: a lot of times you have these artists, and what they do is they want to go on the biggest platform as possible. They don't build their career. You got to build your career. There's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end. Now, what they're doing is, and that's why you see a lot of people burning out like a 6ix9ine, is they're skipping the beginning and they're skipping the middle, and they're going straight to the end of their career. They're going straight to burning out. They're becoming too bright, and they're burning out, and that's what's happening. That's actually was the new business model that was put in place. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Why you think anybody hear anything? What's that dude, Little Xan? Anybody hear anything from that guy anymore? Who the hell is that guy? He probably has a fan base, but he can't go no further. How much further in the game could a Little Xan go? Exactly. Who is that? You feel me? But how much further can he go? I'm not talking about where he's at. I'm talking about how much further can he go? Now I wouldn't be surprised if he's in rehab. How much further can he go? I'm not talking about where he's at. You just I'm not talking to you no more. Not good. You have seems to be, I don't know. I'm talking and then I don't know. You're not. I don't know what's going on with you this morning. Shout out to Days with the donation. He said amazing knowledge as an artist myself. This helps. Appreciate you, my brother. Yeah, but like how much further could he go? You got to understand this. Like people, they're not looking at it like that. They're looking at, okay, so this is just my opinion. You can win now or you can win forever. Those are your two choices as far as winning goes. You can win now, right now. You can win right now, or you can win forever. Majority of the people are choosing to win now. 6ix9ine, he chose to win now. You understand what I'm saying? Joe Budden, he chose to win forever. Because he tried to win now, but he couldn't. It didn't work. You let Joe Budden tell the story. He talks about it all the time. But it didn't work because that's not how his mentality was set up. Now Joe Budden is winning forever. Joe Budden is also a content creator. Not everybody is a content creator. Academics is a personality. He's not a content creator. Star is a content creator and a personality. Not everybody is a content creator. Vlad, he's not a personality, but he's a content creator. I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody. Some people aren't content creators. They're personalities. Some people are personalities and content creators. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, well, as long as you got one, you can win. You need to at least have one. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, a personality is somebody who they have good presence and they could if the story is there, they can display it. You understand what I'm saying? A content creator is somebody who can take different pieces, put it together, and then create something. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, not a knock on academics. He doesn't necessarily ever do that, but he is great at what he does. You understand what I'm saying? The thing that academics does, he's great at it. If anybody says any different, they just hate it. He's great at what he does. That's a fact. He's trying to become a content creator now. But even now, when you look at the content that he's creating with that thing that he did with 21 Savage, you could tell that was somebody else's creation. He's just in the front. You understand? He's just front running. But that was somebody else's creation. That was somebody else's, maybe he had an idea and then somebody else put it together and then now they're working through it. And that's great also. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not throwing shade. I know that you could just say stuff and people get upset because, but academics is a personality, which is great. Journalism definitely falls under the content creator category. Because you have to take pieces from somewhere and then put it together and make a cohesive story. You have to be able to go look and find things. Things aren't given to you. In your personality, they give shit to you. No, there was people that did it before academics and actually were successful. I can't think of any names off the top of my head, but there were people who did it before academics and were successful. And I'm not throwing shade at academics. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't dislike the guy. I actually appreciate how he kept the mantle and held and I wouldn't probably be able to do what I'm doing right now if not for academics and the people who came before him. So, shout out to those dudes. It's a fact. Appreciate you, Browser 302. Yeah, I'm never throwing hate. I was speaking to a kid the other day. I think I'm both. If you see if y'all go back and look at the early beginnings of this channel, I didn't have the personality yet. I wasn't able to, I didn't feel comfortable enough displaying my personality yet, but I was creating content. Go look at the early renditions of the channel. Just look at my earlier videos and then look at where I'm at now. Go look at my American Killer series, which I need to bring back. Go look at that. Go look at I started a couple of different series on the channel. It's just that I work by myself. So in order for me to build and do certain things, sometimes I have to not do other things. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, Vix be watching the old videos. Tell him, Vix, like I was creating content. I wasn't doing what I'm doing right now for as much, but that's because I'm also moving on, and I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna have to move to big different things. I got a BX Shanky hat. I just rock different hats. I keep my hats on the walls What are you talking about? Almost the majority of my hats say the Bronx. Got something Bronx on it. Feel me? Come on now. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, but I've already created content, and when I get to the point where I could be able to sustain that, then I'm gonna even create more American Killer series. I have series, you understand what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna create more, and I'm gonna build off that and extrapolate out. But right now, I'm working on something. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm trying to work on the next project. And when I get the next project done, then maybe I could bring somebody on when the channel starts generating enough money, and I could bring at least one person on that could video editing guy. Once I get a video editing person to work with that I could work with on a daily, everyday basis, we're gonna kill the game. I'm letting you know right now. This is a fact. I'm speaking factual shit right now. Once I get a video editing guy or a woman that lives in New York City that I could freaking communicate with every day, see basically every day, work with every day. Once that happens, it's a wrap. I'm about to kill the game. I just don't have that currently. That's it. Yeah, I was born in. I lived. My first home was in the Bronx. That's a fact. I was born in the Bronx. Let's say, yeah. I don't want to say what borough I was actually born in because I got so many people here that hate me. They're trying to find out who I am so bad. I appreciate y'all, but I think there are a couple of others out there that got original content. I'm just trying to do the best I could do, yo. I have a lot of ideas. I'm just one person, so I can't get them all out there. And when I work on a new idea, I can't put out videos because I'm working on getting shit straight. If that makes any sense, I'm working on getting shit straight. So, I'm working on some other stuff now. I haven't even been able to write as much for the web series that I would like to write, but I think I'm just gonna write one episode, film the episode, and then I'm gonna put it up on obviously put it on YouTube, and then I'm gonna try to get it crowdfunded, or whatever the case is. We try to get $100,000 or so to finish filming, so I could like pay the crew, everything else, and we see where we go from there. All right, so we're gonna go out. It's about time. Look, I love y'all. I hope everybody has a beautiful day. Today, let's be mindful of the things that we do. Just be mindful. I think that often people aren't mindful of the things that they do, so they end up just acting emotionally too often. That's it's good to have emotions. Don't get me wrong, but let's act from our intelligence a little bit more than we act from our emotions. Let's use intelligence. You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes we get so involved with being emotionally involved in something, or having an emotional response to something, that we don't act with intelligence. So today, let's practice acting with intelligence. Let's lucid. Exactly. Let's measure twice, cut once. When something happens, let's measure twice, cut once. That's what we're going to do. Measure twice, cut once. Let's think about what we say before we say it. Let's think about what we're going to do before we do it. Let's think about the consequences. Let's consider the consequences, pardon me. Let's consider the benefits. And then let's act. It's going to slow down in the beginning. It's going to take a minute. But then if we keep practicing this and if we keep conducting our train of thought in such way, it's going to start becoming instantaneous. Something happened and we're going to instantaneously understand the benefits and the drawbacks. Let's act intelligently. Today, let's actively act intelligently, even if it takes us a second. Even if it takes us a second to pay attention to what we're doing. Even if it takes us a second to stop. Even if we hesitate. Even if we have to hesitate to make sure that we're doing the right thing. Not for us only right now, but also for our future. Because it's always about the future. It's always about the future. Also, let's bring something home for our spouses today. Go get your spouse like a little I missed you gift. Okay? A little something. It could be like something for $5, damn rose or a card or whatever it is that they like. Let's get our spouse an I miss you gift today. Let's do that. Let's do that. I was at work all day. I missed you. I was thinking about you. I love you. Let's do something for our spouse today. That'd be dope. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. #BroSpawners. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. Shout out to Punch.